Hello guys, I'm back again. Well, I'm here with the video that I said I was going to do, and yeah, sorry, it's late in coming. Had a busy week. So what we're going to do today is I'm probably going to put this stitch this robin down. Actually, I might get a little bit of this and just stick it here and hold that down. Probably hold that down too. Here we go. And the eye. It's been floating around. Okay. So in here, this pattern here, it's got the legs, but I ended up doing this in here. So what I might do is just do a have some legs sort of coming up like little, you know, like hanging onto the branch this way. So I'll probably have them here and here, or maybe not at all, they're tucked under. So so I've got to get some wool, and I'm thinking this is a pretty good colour for that. Yep. And where's that brown? This is the brown I think I used for there, but we need other brown. I've got some pieces here and I've got brown there. Just gathered up all my wool from everywhere and I thought I'd better utilise some of these. Okay, there's this, got these. Okay, now that can go in there. Now, robins are actually more of a sort of like a reddy orangey colour. Even though I've got that, I probably will put some of this colour in there too. And I've got, here's my first one that I've got with all the wools, and here's another one that I've sort of semi-filled with some of the other bits and pieces. So we're going to try and get some colours that are going to work with this. So I'm thinking, this is just a little, I thought probably that brown. Don't think I've got another brown. Oh no, I've got a bit of a darker brown here. So those two browns. A creamy, maybe this creamy yellow, or that yellow. Is this the same yellow? I don't know, I think those two are the same colour. Yep, 855. Okay, I'm thinking maybe this colour, and I do like that colour. I'm thinking maybe, no, probably a bit too orange. So then we got some greens, but for now I am going to be working on the bird. I might have some of this too around the eye. Light enough? Probably not. This one might be a little lighter. Yep. Okay, we'll see how we go with those. We might even be able to use some of this too. So still got this on there. So what I need to do is I'm going to get some pins. I wonder where my little small pins are, and just pin it down, hold it down so that It ain't going anywhere. Okay, got these pins. It should be okay. What we should probably do is work on the beak, just to make sure that it's being held down. So I'll get some of my thread. There we go. And here's some of the other brown, which I'll probably use as well. So just leave that there. Hold it down with the darker thread, and then I'm going to do a few highlights with the lighter thread. Might grab a little bit more and work on these as well. Okay. So, and I'm just going to use this as a bit of a guide. Just go onto Google and have a look at some pictures of robins, and you know, just to sort of get a bit of the lighting and, you know, where the shades and all that kind of stuff are in these guys. So it's got to go through a few layers. It's going through this as well. I might hold it down here and just going to do a line in the middle. So might be a tad long, I'm thinking. Might cut some of it off because I think it might be a little bit long. Now it's misshapen. There we go, that's better. Don't want it to have too big of a beak. Okay. So how are we all going with your wool felting piece? I've had a bit of feedback. I think quite a few of you enjoyed it. Wool felt is great because it doesn't fray, and that's what I really like about it. Yeah, it will generally stay where it's supposed to, which is good. Okay. And you know, it's not going to fray on the outside, especially this type of felt. Sometimes this wool here, see how it can fray there, but the felted wool is usually pretty good. Okay, the shape's still annoying me. Needs to be a little bit more rounder. Okay, now I'll come out the top. And I might come back with some highlights. So I'm going to go back through here. Might zoom it in a bit because it is pretty far away. Okay. So this is where the eye is going to be. So I'm going to come in that and maybe just do a few little grub stitches to hold this little guy down. I found him floating around everywhere. So, yeah, needs to be held down. Ugh. Put the thing there and it still manages to grab it. Okay. And then I'll come back and I think I need to stitch that down because that seems to be coming up. But for now, while I've got the brown, I'm going to do the eye. And just stitch around it. I'm going to use the brown to do like a few feathers and everything around there as well. That's where I'm going to need my white, is in the center of this. Okay, now what I may do is come up through here. I'm going to stitch that down, needs stitching. What I probably could do, even though I've pinned that on, I'll stitch it down first and then come back and do the top. So first we do the boring task of stitching down, and then you know, do the embellishing and all these little bits. So I might start it here and just do a little slip stitch, because it's the same color, you're not going to see it. And I'll check whether I am going through, yep, going through the back, so we'll just catch it. I've been busy this afternoon. Thought I'll yap while I'm doing this. I've been busy this afternoon, and today's Sunday, so you'll see this on Tuesday. Finally going through my photos, and I've got a U-Butte printer now, so from my Paris and English trip that I had earlier this year, and I thought I've really got to, you know, print off the photos. I've got some old photo paper, and one lot was good because it was flat, and the other lot was a bit curved, so the printer just wouldn't grab it because it was curved. So I just put that lot of paper, and there was more of them, there was like 100 of them, and I think maybe about 20 of the others, so of course the others worked well. So I've just put them under some books, and I'm going to flat them out so that I can use them, because I'd rather use proper, you know, like they're the 6x4 size, you know, photo, it's glossy photo paper, and we've got them and we've had them there for years, and my new printer is capable of printing quite a few copies without running out of ink, which is good. That's why I got it. Yeah, but the first lot went really well, and the moment I put the other lot in, was not liking it. You could tell it was trying to grab the papers, but I just couldn't grab them. So, oh well, got a whole heap of books, heavy books, and put them on there. But it's, you know, when you're sort of in a process of doing something, and you sort of like, you know, you're on the computer, click, click, click here, click A5, shrink to fit, do portrait, blah, blah, blah. So you're in a groove of what you want to do, and then these papers, that's like really annoying. It's just like you're just in a groove of doing something, and your stupid computer or whatever it is, printer's just not complying. I'm like, oh well, suppose I better come in here and finish my video. I think my you know, my little bird is calling out to me, I need to be done. So you just got to get back into the different headspace. It does drive you nuts, so I'm like, I'm finally getting done, and both my husband and I aren't feeling the best, courtesy of our son. Thanks, Geordie, mate, really good. He has caught something, and we were over there on Thursday, and I think we may have caught it too, so not feeling too great. So when you're not feeling that great, excuse me, hence the sniffing, you tend to get a little bit more crotchety with things than when you are feeling okay. Get really grumpy. Oh, yeah, oh well. Okay, first world problem. Let's get back. Focus. Okay. Now I'll grab hold of the tail as well. Corinne's already finished hers. I watched the video the other day. So looking good. I like the way that she put the fabric underneath and cut it out. I thought that was clever. Which I do remember when Anne Brooks was doing that in the 52 tags. Certainly learnt a lot from those that challenge. I didn't do them all. Like I was busy doing something else, and I did a couple, but I watched every one of them because I wanted to learn different techniques. She's a clever lady, Anne, and she certainly knew a lot about different bits and pieces. So okay, little birdies. I may have to put that on later. Just got to remember where it was. I think it's just easier. Managed to. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, that's a little better because at least it's down. So if I do any stitching, it's not going to go anywhere. You've got to do your groundwork. Make sure the foundations are laid properly, as they say in the building world. And it's the same with anything, I suppose. If you don't do the first part properly, it just doesn't fall into place. Okay. Always grab more than I need. Okay. Now, I better wind that back on here because it's quite a bit. Don't want to waste it. Okay. There we go. Now, I do need to put that on, so I will grab my little thing again. Have that go in here. There we go. Okay, and then we'll stitch that down. There's the end. There we go. I think gotten some really nice colours in that lot that I got from that place, which I'm very happy with. I had to remember to keep some for myself and not put them all in the kits because they were selling pretty fast, and what's left on the website is pretty much what is left. I've kept aside some for my retreat, but not very many, just 20 packs of colours that they would be working with. I'm going to pin that down. Yeah, so, and if they choose not to get them, I will put them out when I put out my Village Life the tea towel, or the printed panel, after the retreat. It's looking really good. And we got another lady for the retreat, so now we've got 4 places left, so that's good. I'm sure we are going to fill it before March next year. Gives people a little bit of time. Okay. Been a busy year. Let me get that out of the way. You know, between my trip to France and England, and then went to Queensland to visit Corinne, and working on the retreat, and even in the early half of the year I was working on my calendar to have it ready, you know, and getting the idea and drawing all the, because I had to, you know, redraw and redesign some of the things. So I did that, a lot of that in the first half of the year, so that I wouldn't be running around, and I'm so glad I did it, because when I did finally reveal what I was going to do and had it on my website, it was nice and easy, and I wasn't another pressure that I needed, so that was good. So I've had some good feedback. People are looking forward to doing it, and so am I actually. Should be good. Can't believe I'm advertising for stuff for next year. Crazy. We're in October, coming towards the end of October, so November, December, and we're in the new year. Good grief, Christmas is around the corner. So it has gone fast. I remember waiting for this year to come, you know, because I was waiting, because I'd almost organised everything for my trip a year in advance, and so I'm like, you know, I didn't want to rush my life away, but at the same token I was excited about, you know, my once in a lifetime trip. And yeah, it was, you know, waiting, and then it was here, and now it's been how long? Got back in June and we're in October, so that's what I thought it was time that I printed off some photos. I dragged out some bits and pieces. My sister is into doing journaling and scrapbooking. It's really funny. When she was into doing sewing and making quilts, which she still is a little bit, but she was right into it. I was doing journals, and now I'm into sewing, which is never really left. She's right into doing journals. I think we never seem to get to be doing the same thing at the same time. Okay. So I had a whole heap of my old journal stuff that I was going through, and then I found this journal, like the travel pages and bits and pieces that I put aside for my journal for when I was, you know, for my trip. I thought, I don't mind doing that, because, you know, my once in a lifetime trip, who knows if or when I'll ever get back there. And the world's pretty crazy. So I'd like to, be nice to go with my husband, purely on a, you know, like a pleasure trip. Go to Holland and show him the house that I was born in, and I haven't been there since I was 11. So, okay. Well, it didn't go completely through, so, but it's still attached. I might keep this, because I may use it for some shading. Okay. Well, there you go. It's starting to look a little bit like a bird on the back. Now, okay, this is fraying. Is it that way? Yes. So maybe going like that. Sort of have it going over the edge a little bit, and we'll put it down with this guy. That's not so in the way. Yeah, so there you go. See, like the other day I was really quiet and now I'm really yabbery. Okay. Okie dokie. Now I'm really yabbery and then I'm quiet. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to do a little thing here. I want to go around here too. And I might do some here. Just do some, you know, little stitches to have feathers of some sort. Oh my goodness. Don't you do that to me. Probably shouldn't really do the brown, but since it's in there, brown's usually the last thing you do because it's, you know, the shading. Okay. Might go over. I find it easier to go from that way to the other way. So yeah, like this. Go down. Looks like he's got a bit of an eyebrow. Okay. I'm going to put some other colours in between, I think. Using this as a bit of a guide. And when you're doing birds and all that kind of stuff, it's just a lot of straight stitching, and you go over the edge too. So what I might do, there we go, is it working? Yep. I might do just a few little lines, just so it gives me an indication of where I want to go. And I've got some along here. Might do a few there. Might leave it with that and then come back. And you know, I need to stitch that down, so it gives me a bit of an indication of where I may be going. And I can come back and do it a little more down the track. Okay. And it starts to look a little bit like a bird. And you start adding bits and pieces like this. And that's why I want to add that reddy colour to there. I'll go to here and come back to those other ones because I want to get down to that and put it down, and then come back and use some more of the brown. Got a better stitch this guy down in the brown. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Yeah, well, Okay. So probably next week, I've also got to do the word wool embroidery, and maybe I'll put that across there at the bottom, because I've done the words in all the other ones, so might be good to do that, even though it's quite obvious, you can tell it's wool embroidery, but that's what I've done. Got to keep a bit of consistency and cohesiveness in my little book, which I need to add a few more pages to now. Looks like it might be raining. Yeah, might go back, grab that. Looks like it's not grabbed very well there. There we go. It's got a bit of reason why I picked this is because it's got a bit of texture in it, like a couple of bits of cream. So probably don't need to do too much more with that. Maybe highlight it with a bit of a lighter brown to bring out the feathers. Maybe with this brown, I'm thinking, or this brown. This is a lighter brown. Is that it? Must be around here somewhere. Well, that's a darker one. Aha, that's the lighter one. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think this is pretty much where we started. Might be able to sneak in a couple of other pieces. Okay, go there, go back down, make sure that's being held down. Is that where I started? I think so. Okay, do one more here. Yeah, that'll be right. Try and get one more and you end up coming undone. So down a bit more this way. Okay, maybe this might be the last one, I think. Don't want to push me luck. There we go. Need to tie it off. Okay. Now, I'm glad I'm finally getting back to this guy. I've got this piece yet to do. I'll show you. I've worked a little bit on it, and it might be my next video. This is the mushrooms. I sort of did stitch that down, you know, started working on the leaf, and that's where I'm at the moment. So yeah, I really want to get into doing this. I think it'll be really nice. So there you go. Well, I've got all the wools and everything out. I may do a thing of that now. Actually, I'll grab that dark brown again, and we may stitch that down and then do a little bit more. Oop. Try not to get too big a thread because it ends up fraying where this joins, if you have it too long, it just I mean, that's pretty long, it just ends up fraying, which is not good. Okay, sometimes that initial knot doesn't always work. Okay, here we go, back over. Well, other than last time, I think I might tuck it in. You need all the bits we can get. Yeah, it was actually really nice to sort through and go through my photos. It sort of takes you back down memory lane again and remembering you know, the great trip that I had. It was so good. Really enjoyed it. Getting to know some of these really lovely ladies and doing some awesome shopping in France. Can't go past that. But I really loved England as well. Like, I was just as excited to go to England as I was to France, because it's been something that I've always wanted to do. Because I just love the little English cottages and yeah, just so, you know, gorgeous little villages. And the fact that my brother lives there now gave me a really good opportunity, and another friend that lived in the London area, so I was able to see quite a bit of the really good spots. But I do definitely want to go back with hubby this time round. So even though I was quite capable going by myself, yeah, you can, it's amazing what you can do when you put your mind to it. It's definitely given me some independence, of which is what I needed. You know, you get so caught up at home doing the mum wife thing, and you tend to you know, lose yourself. So my hubby said, I said, because everyone was saying to him, why aren't you going with her? And he's like, no, I really think she needs to go on her own. So and he was right. Now so we've got a few more. I'll just, there we go, do some more just around here and coming around there, and even I may not do too much on here because it's got a specific way going on here. Okay. What the heck, I might put a few in here as well, just to blend it in with the back. I sort of want it to curl a little bit, and I'm going to do the feet here, so I won't do too much there. So okay, I might have to go up first and then come back down. So it's not, I've seen the things that from Marion's World, and she really, she's amazing what she does with her birds. Really gets in there, and you know, this is what I'm saying, I should be doing this darker stuff last, but I'm probably not going to be as detailed as what she has done. She really gets in there and gives it a lot of detail. Still want to do a bit, because I think, well, you've probably got enough now, and then she just adds in a couple of stitches of a certain colour, like a white or whatever, and it just makes the difference. It's funny. Okay, I might do another one here, there, and then maybe come up here and do a few here. At this angle. Okay. You sort of want to take it from looking flat to giving it a few feathers, which is what this does. And that's why you do need a few colours. It just gives it that dimension. Probably go here to sort of draw it back down and get it connected to these lot. Okay. Okay. Now, go through there. Ugh. Hopefully I'm still in camera. If not, I'll be there in a second, guys. I'm just going underneath there to come out here. Okay. And then I want to try some of this because I reckon that's going to look good. Okay, so we're going here. Going around. Down. And up. And maybe do a few more here. I think once I've done this, I better check the time because I've got a feeling time is running away. And we will need to do a few other bits and pieces. So just a few straight stitches and you know, you're pretty much into the mojo of it all. Might go down here, grab that, go down, connect. Yep. May not be able to see anything I do here, but I will go back up and put something in there, and then another piece out here because I've got that there. And I'm reckoning that I better finish off. Now, believe me, I'll come in with some other colours and blend it and do a little bit more. So you might, you know, come in with, I might come in with this one, you know, do a few lighter shadowing colours, and yeah, I can show you in the next week's one. There we go. So I have to check what time it is. Yeah, 44 minutes. Good Lord. Gee, it goes fast. So, in order to give this bird a little bit of character, before I go, and I'm going to do some more, you know, bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do along here is just do two little, you know, feet sort of hooking onto that, or even one lot, and the other one's tucked around. Okay. Do something through here, and then we're going to do a knot. Oh, maybe I'll pull it off out something. And here we have a an eye. Might even go around the bottom of the eye with a bit of the white. Get a little bit of definition. Not that you can see too much of it. And I might do the same. Come back over here. Oh, I hate it when it comes out. It's not always the easiest to redo. Now, I may do some white along the top, like it's giving it a bit of that shadow. See how we go. Don't know if I'm 100% happy with that. Might go back over down here and maybe here. Just play with it until you're happy with it. And back here. Okay, makes it a bit darker. I mean, a bit more of a highlight. Well, I'll fiddle around with it and do a few little bits and pieces. This is why it's good to go and have a look at some pictures and see where the shadowing and all that comes in. I hate that. There we go. Okay, so we are done for this video because we've been doing it for a little bit now. So just going to be coming across there in this colour, with all the ones to come off, the one with the that, we don't want that one to come off, but we want to know what number it is. It's insistent. Pull it aside. Okay, and then I'm going to do some stitching here and here, maybe along the front. Just want to give it, I think that will really give it that robin look that we're after. So it's starting to look rather nice. Here, I'll give you a few stitches to show you the difference. A few stitches will do in a different colour. It's going to go pretty thick. I am going to try and grab it and go through, just pulls it down, gives it, because it's pretty puffy at the moment, get rid of some of that puffiness. Just a bit of a different colour, and then I'm going to go here, but once I do it here, it will look.
Your Google Home isn't set up
she
yet.
frightened
To
the
get
crap out of me.
download the Google.
Okay, well, if that's not an indication to go, I don't know when it is. She frightened the heck out of me. I've just got to get my hubby or someone to come and set it up properly. I don't know why it all of a sudden, because I can play music. It's the second time it's done that. Okay, guys, well, thank you very much. And I will catch you in the next video, which will probably be me doing a little bit of my, more of the, the wool embroidery, but he's starting to come alive. I think it's good, but definitely needs some more colouring and stuff here. Thanks for watching. Bye.